Good day, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Nnadi.B.C. Computer Tutorials for Beginners. Now, in this lesson, we'll be taking file and folder management. In this video, we'll learn how to create folders, save, open, rename, and delete files. So, let's run into it. Why do we organize files and folders? We organize files and folders to keep our laptop tidy and efficient. A well-organized system runs faster and smoother. It reduces cluster and improves the performance of the system. To enable us to find documents quickly and easier, it prevents accidental loss of information. Now, let's go to creating a folder. If you want to create a folder, you go first of all go to your file explorer. You right click on the place where you want to create your folder. You go to new and you click on folder. Once you've clicked on folder, your folder will appear waiting for you to impute a name. Once you've imputed that name, then you type anywhere outside of the folder or either press enter, then the name will be saved. That's how you create a folder. So let's go into saving files. I'll be using Word files like Microsoft Word files, for example. If you want to save a Microsoft Word file, you either press Ctrl S or Command S. That's for MacBook and Ctrl S for Windows. Or you either go to files and click on save as. Then if you want to open, rename and delete files, it's simple. Double click on it to open, right click, then you scroll down and you see rename to rename, right click and you see delete to delete files. Now let's go to understanding drives, local drives versus USB. Now if you want to understand your local drive, just know that your local drive is your computer's primary storage unit, where your operating system, what makes your system to be booting, makes your system to be running, your operating system, that's where it's stored in your local disk. And most of times it is named local disk C. Well, you can rename it. Programs, that's where your programs are. That's where most of the files in your computer are. Without that local disk, your laptop would be basically useless. And flash drive, they're not compulsory. It's not a compulsory thing for you to have a flash drive if you have a system or a laptop. But it's compulsory you have a local disk. USB or flash drives, once they are plugged into your computer, they are used for file transfer, safe ejection, and it it allows you to back up data. Now let's go to safe ejection. Safe ejection allows you to remove hardware safely before unplugging a USB drive to prevent data corruption. So let's go to the practical aspect of this class. Now this is the practical aspect of this class. Now we said that if you want to create a folder, we right click. Now I've right clicked. We go to new, and now I've gone to new. You see there's something like popped up. We now look for folder. Look at the folder over here. We click on it. Once we click on it, the folder will appear. Once it has appeared, it's waiting for us to input a name to name it. Let me just mistakenly name it a wrong thing, like document. If you noticed, I didn't put the E and I pressed enter. And I realized they didn't put that E. And I'm sending this to somebody using a flash drive. And it's a very official document. What do I do? Simple. Right click on it. For Windows 11, you see the rename over here. But let me do it for Windows 10 and below. You see the rename over down here. Click on it and you can now input the correct name. And see, it has been corrected. Now if I want to open this document, simple. I can either double click on it and it will open. Since it's a new document, it will be empty. I've opened inside it. Or I either right click on it and click on open. So I already showed you that. And if I want to delete, it's very simple. Just right click on it. The same way that we saw the rename, you see delete and you delete it. Simple. But now let's go into saving files. Now we have to open our Microsoft Word for this. Now I've opened our Microsoft Word is loading. Let's wait for it to finish loading. Now it has loaded. Now we choose on black documents. Now in our next episode I'll elaborate more on how to use Microsoft Word. Now let's just type anything you want, anything of your choice. Anything. It must not necessarily make sense. Just as a practical. Now we're done with what we're doing. Now we want to save it. I click on the Control S. Sorry, I clicked on F1. I will click on Control S. Once I click on Control S, you can see it has taken us to this place. Once they are taking us to this place, what we'll do, we'll save as. We'll now browse where we want to save this our document. Once we clicked on browse to save your document in your desired location, it will something like a menu supposed to, something like a small file explorer supposed to pop up and look at it here. So we'll choose it in our desktop. Once I've chosen our desktop, we'll save it here. Save. Now if you noticed, look at it here. We have successfully saved our documents. So that will bring us to the end of our class. So please like, comment, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Please, if you have any suggestions, any error, if you notice an error, please comment below. Thank you.